Hi everybody, so I wanted to do a quick overview of what's happened as far as pregnancy for the last couple weeks. So today I am 32 weeks and 5 days. Yes, yeah, 32 weeks and 5 days. So basically, let's see, I'm going to go over what happened week 30 and week 31, from what I can remember anyway. So the big news is I passed my glucose test, which was really good. I was a little bit nervous about it, but I did find out that I was anemic, or I am anemic, and I wasn't anemic prior to pregnancy, and then in the beginning of pregnancy I also was tested for that, and I was kind of at that borderline point. So my midwife ended up, is that the dog? What is she doing? um,
Look at that, a dog playing with a ball.
oh.
That's something you see every
That's
day.
pretty funny. She never plays with dog toys. She always plays with cat toys. Okay, so anyway, so what I ended up getting from my midwife was an iron supplement. So this is the brand. It is by Vitanica. They are vegetarian, although I'm not really strict on that. If they hadn't been vegetarian, I still would have taken them. So the recommended dose is one of these a day, and she has me taking 2, and that's how big they are. So I've been taking iron supplements every day, and it is, most of you probably already know this, but when you take your iron supplement, you want to take it with vitamin C because that helps you absorb the iron. So I normally take it with a glass of orange juice. So that seems to help. I have, one of the common symptoms when you're anemic is you can get really tired feeling, but that's hard to discern because when you're pregnant you get tired feeling anyway. So it didn't raise any red flags. I do notice that if I'm on my feet for long periods of time, my feet kill me. They just they pound. It really hurts, and I elevate my feet. I try to sit down and take a break and elevate my feet, and that helps because when you have increased blood volume while you're pregnant, it can be hard for the blood to get pumped back up from your legs. So and that obviously can be painful, and then also when you gain weight, the increased weight can cause pain. So I find that taking those breaks, sitting down, putting my feet up, that seriously alleviates a ton of pain, and it gets pretty bad to the point to where I can't stand. A couple days ago I was making dinner, and then after making dinner I took a shower, and just from standing in standing in the kitchen all day long, well, not all day long, but however long it took me, it felt like all day, but standing in the kitchen forever and then standing in the shower, by the time I was done with that, my feet were just, it killed me. So yep, get your feet up. And that also helps with, I think it helps with varicose veins as well, which I haven't noticed any yet. So that's something. So I'm anemic now, but I don't have gestational diabetes. Another thing that I can't believe that I forgot to mention throughout this entire pregnancy that I never had before was I noticed that I was having a really dry scalp. Even in the beginning, before it was wintertime, my scalp is super dry. I didn't change my routine or anything with my hair, and I was getting dandruff, and I just couldn't understand why, because I never had issues with that prior to being pregnant. So a natural remedy I tried that works wonders actually is after I get out of the shower, I brush my hair out because I brush my hair when it's wet because I have curly hair, and I take a few drops of tea tree oil and I rub them into my palm, and then I do like a scalp massage thing with tea tree oil. This is the brand I have, just regular old tea tree oil, and I noticed results that same day after showering and then rubbing the tea tree oil. I guess tea tree oil helps. I think it kills, I want to say that it's some type of a fungus that creates the dandruff or causes the dandruff and does not like tea tree oil. So if anybody else is having dry scalp issues due to pregnancy, I would definitely recommend trying tea tree oil. I'm not even going to pursue anything else. I was trying not to wash my hair too often. I was trying to just condition it more and not wash it as often. And then I was also trying to wash it all the time. I tried all these different things beforehand. I tried changing the different hair products I was using, and nothing worked. I changed my shampoos, my conditioners. I tried different brands, but nothing worked until I tried tea tree oil. So definitely suggest that. Okay, so let's see. Symptoms. It's pretty much the same. Shortness of breath. My feet kill me if I'm on them for too long. I've had a couple days where I have gotten pretty tired. Today was one of those days I actually had to take a nap. It's the first time I've actually taken a nap in the middle of the day. I don't think I could have survived without it. But other than that, for the most part, everything's good. The baby moves around a lot. Doesn't seem like the baby's kicking as much. It's more like I can tell it's getting cramped for space, basically, with the way the baby's moving. The baby has hiccups all the time, so I feel hiccups. This morning, the baby had hiccups, which was really neat to feel. And they're definitely down low, and I know the baby's head down, but I can tell the baby's down pretty low. So that's good. I got my first Braxton Hicks contractions just, I don't know, I think it was this week actually. Yes, Monday. I had my first Braxton Hicks contractions. We were walking around Best Buy, and then all of a sudden my stomach my whole tummy area got really tight, and I first thought it was because I ate a bunch of Thai food. We just got through eating Thai food, and I thought that I was just really full, and I was like, man, I must have stuffed myself. I ate so much Thai food, like my stomach, like everything feels so I don't know, that's what I initially thought, that I ate too much food. And then I felt my stomach, and I was like, oh, no, that's not from eating too much Thai food. It was like really hard, like a rock. Everything was squeezing. Just everything got really tight. It wasn't painful, and it just kind of, it's not a very good analogy, but it kind of reminds me of when you do like a face mask, and then like your skin, when it dries, your skin gets really tight from the face mask. It felt like I did that to my belly, but it penetrated deeper than just like the skin, which I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, that's what it felt like. It got really, really tight, and it was very, very hard. And I think I had probably about 3 of them, and they lasted, the first one was pretty long. It lasted several minutes, I would say, a couple minutes. And then it went away, and then it kind of came back, and then it went away. But the first one was really long. Didn't hurt at all. Just super tight and, definitely uncomfortable feeling. So that's exciting to know that my body's trying to gear up for labor and just having those practice contractions. I do randomly have pain here and there, not contraction pains, just random uterus pains. I'm thinking it's because the baby's growing so much, and it's probably, my uterus is just expanding, and I just, sometimes it hurts. And so just with all the random pains I get, I try to, use that, as just preparing myself for labor, because I know it's going to be a lot more painful, so I just try to, cope with that. But it hasn't been horrible pain, just random pains, which I think is pretty normal towards the end of your pregnancy. So that was exciting news that happened. I just finished up all of the birthing classes today, and then we have an infant CPR class coming up, so that'll be exciting to take that. I may or may not be taking a hypnobirthing class. If any of you have taken those classes before, leave a comment below or send a message. I'm curious to hear what people's thoughts and views are on that. I haven't read the book or anything like that either, but thought it wouldn't hurt if I'm planning on, my goal is to have a natural labor, so probably wouldn't hurt to research a little on hypnobirthing. So I think that's for the most part. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's happened recently with the baby. Yeah, it's definitely feels like it's running out of space in there a little bit. And I know it's just the beginning of February, and I'm not due till the end of March, so it's a little bit crazy to think that I still have that much longer. And I feel like the way the baby moves now, it's just it feels different. It doesn't feel like it's rolling around and flipping and having as much space now. It's just kind of more like squirming around and like nudges and random knees and kicks, but it's not nearly as like crazy acrobatic feeling as it was a couple months ago. Um, but for the most part, I've been doing really well. Just trying to, listen to my body. If I feel really tired or if my feet hurt, I'm just sit down, take a break. I've been working on stocking my freezer with different freezer meals. I've been making a lot of quiche because obviously we have our own chickens and ducks, and so I have an abundance of eggs as it is. So I've been making a bunch of quiche to throw into the freezer. I made some enchiladas, and I'm just trying to stock up as much as possible with different easy meals for when the baby gets here. Our baby shower is next weekend, so I'm excited for that, and I can't believe we're already at the point to where we're having a baby shower. But yeah, can't think of anything else, so I will show a quick shot of how big the baby has gotten or grown. And people that try to predict what the sex is based on how you're carrying are telling me that it looks like I'm carrying a girl because I'm carrying higher up and not lower. But honestly, I don't think it doesn't even make sense that you would carry a baby differently because of the sex. So I don't know. That's what's happening right now, and obviously the baby hasn't dropped yet either. So this is at 32 weeks and no, yes, 32 weeks and 5 days. And I feel pretty massive. This shirt's not maternity. Neither is the one below it, clearly, because the baby's popping out the bottom. But the pants are maternity. I need maternity pants because I can't have wear pants with waistbands, so I haven't been able to for a long time. So 32 weeks, 5 days. I think the baby definitely has had a growth spurt. It looks a lot bigger to me, and I know I was really tired. Well, I get moments where I'm really tired anyway, so it's hard to say. But definitely looking big. So that's where we are. My balance is not the same at all. It's hard. I was struggling trying to clip my toenails today. I don't think I'm going to be able to anymore, to be honest. It was not really an enjoyable thing to do. But other than that, I feel really good, and I don't know, can't believe that we're really, like, I don't know how close I am to the end. It's insane. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.